All right, guys, we are back. If you don't know me, I'm Game from BusyWorks Beats.com. Today, we're going to remix a song that I did in Logic Pro or FL Studio, one of the two. And basically, as I was making the track, we went to Suno for a guitar riff and I sampled it. I made this track. So let me let you guys hear what the track sounds like first. So here's the track that we did.
Time, too late to turn back the hands of a lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's that time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again.
All right, so it's that I call it emo rock, but it probably has a specific term to it. So what I want to do is add this into a new studio session in Suno Studio. For those who don't know, Suno now has a whole different branch called Suno Studio, where we can basically arrange and do a bunch of stuff. So let's go to new project mode. Now this is only for their top plan called the Premiere plan, I think. So what we want to do firstly is add this audio in. So again, I have a longer video going through everything about Suno Studio. Here, I just want to show you guys the workflow of a real music producer who would actually use Suno to get results. So we're going to go to the left side here where it says audio input. We're going to grab this audio, and now we just got to find that audio on our actual computer. So I think I put it in one of these folders here. All right, so I found the file. Now let's add this. Now you're supposed to only upload original music here. So I have an original song that I created, and let's go to, it's going to upload this to the actual, what's called a library. So in the library, this is where you store all your stuff, basically speaking. Okay, and there's different what we call workspaces. So workspaces are like buckets of stuff. All right, so it's going to not only is it going to upload your track to the actual workspace, it's also going to analyze the track to see what's actually inside. So it reads the lyrics for one, and it also, let me see if my head's in the way real quick. I can't see myself. Okay, cool. So if you guys look closely, you guys can see all these descriptive words: a hip hop track with a modern tempo and a minor key. The instrumentation includes a synthesized bass line, a drum machine providing a trap influence beat with prominent. So it goes through your actual track and analyzes the track. And what this means is that you don't have to know music production terms to actually translate that into a prompt. It knows the style for you. So that's the craziest part about Suno Studio. That's a very cool nuance that not many people understand. And also too, it reads the lyrics from your actual song. So it tries to guess what you were actually saying. So what I want to do is I want to create a cover. So we're going to go to this track and let's just hit play to make sure it's the right track. Okay, we want to hit these three dots. This is one of my favorite things to do in Suno is to create covers. Think of covers like children, for example, and they're creating variations of your song. So let's go to remix and let's go to cover. So we could do different styles. We could transform this into a trap beat. We can go emo, we can go country, and just to hear our song in different genres, that alone is like crazy. And that's why I think their remix contests at Suno.com are really dope, because that's how I see this being used in a real world scenario for people in the music industry. So here we have the lyrics. It says, "Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime." So I'm going to change this, even though I did say that of all our time, I'm going to say of our lifetime. Because when you listen back, you thought I said lifetime. But so it picked up the exact words I actually said, not what you think you hear, which is really accurate. It says, "Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man." I think I said yeah, so I'll just say yeah. It's our time, I think I said. Yeah, it's our time. I forget what I said exactly. I probably got to go back and translate myself. But you really don't have to do this very much. Okay, I just wanted to correct words that I actually said that didn't appear the greatest for the demo. So I'm actually transforming the demo to be better. It says, "Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man. Yeah, maybe I did say, yeah, it's my time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again. Yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our." Okay, so now we're just fixing some of these lyrics here. And again, I want to be extremely clear here. Suno got what I actually said correct. Okay, I'm just transforming what I want Suno to make me say, or make the audio say. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to care, I'm depressed. It's the end. Okay. So always double check the lyrics, because you might generate a fire result and you're like, darn it, I forgot to change the word the. So just make sure you go through your lyrics before you hit go, because you will have some fire results. And I'm telling you, you're going to be wishing that you had the right lyrics. Okay, and then it says too late to care. I'm depressed to see in. Yeah. Okay. So the next part is a little difficult in what I said. I said, yeah, we all bad. I know it doesn't make sense. Too many unanswered questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna say So I'm gonna ghettoify a little bit. I'm gonna get it started. They don't want no problems. This is too late to apologize. Yes. Okay. So it knows exactly what I was saying, which is crazy. Okay. Made a couple edits. Okay. So again, we're gonna keep the style the same, but I'm gonna show you guys how to create. So we're basically, again, to be very simple about what we're doing here, we're just creating different variations of a song here. We just want to hear it in a different style. Okay, so let's do about 3 of those. And what I love too about Suno Studio is you could do so many generations at a time. So let's change the style completely. Let's make this West Coast G-Funk just to see what it does. Let's do emo rock. Let's go really, what does it say? Lyrics contain copyrighted material. Where? Where does it contain copyrighted material? So this is the part where I'm like, what copyrighted material? What is it talking about? So that's a little weird to me. Maybe West Coast G-Funk. We can't say G-Funk anymore. That's corn. That's really dumb. Okay, so that's different from the other day. We could say West Coast G-Funk. Let me try this again. G-Funk. You can't say West Coast. What? Okay, so this is clearly a new update. Yeah, you can't say G-Funk or West Coast for some reason. It says the lyrics are too copyrighted, which I've created all these lyrics on the live stream. Nothing about this is copyrighted. So that part is a little weird. Trap. Okay, keep saying lyrics are copyrighted. What about this is copyrighted? So this is a little frustrating, not gonna lie to you guys, because these lyrics are completely original. This is not from anywhere. So I'm trying to figure out what part of this they deem copyrighted. There's nothing about it that's copyrighted. Maybe it's because I had the lyrics and chorus thing there. So just the nature of AI stuff in general, the guardrails are a little frustrating in general. I think it's because those things that we had on it. So they put those, I didn't put those. That's the craziest part, is it extracted lyrics that I said, and then it put the thing to make it what they deem copyrighted, and then they're stopping me from generating because they created. So anyway, we took away the lyrics and the verse things because apparently they think you copy and paste from like who sampled or whatever. I'm not frustrated at Suno. I just hate how the general world wants to censor AI. I just feel like it is annoying. Okay, so West Coast G-Funk, let's do an R&B version. And let's do like 90s R&B. All right. So, all right, so let's start from the top. And then you hear your song with all these new ideas. So just as a reference, let me go back. Here's the original. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's that time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered. Alright, so that's my demo version, and let's see what they turn that into. So a different riff on the guitar, but it has that same like sad vibe without being overly sad.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's my time. Walking through sand, but
okay, maybe I did say it's our time, because that doesn't sound right. Yeah, darn, it was supposed to be our time. That's why I said check the lyrics, y'all. Darn it. And I hit so many generations. All right, let's just do that again. That's exactly why I told you guys check the lyrics first. So let's say that happens to you. What we can do is take their original prompt, paste that back in, and just generate this however many times over. So I forgot what we even said. We said G-Funk. I think we did, what, emo? So that's what happens, and you're going to... So what I love about Suno, they don't make you feel like you're just running through your credits. They make you feel like you have a ton of credits, nothing to worry about. And it's because their accuracy is so high. it's not a program where I'm like trying to generate 1,000 things to get one good thing. It's like so many good generations. I'm like, darn, which one should I pick? That's how I feel about Suno Studio. And let's say you guys upgrade to Suno Studio and you don't like it or you're too confused, you still get a ton of credits, which you're going to use anyway. So there's really no downside to upgrading to Suno Studio if you already use Suno. Let's give it the styles. We did emo, rock, and what was the other one? 90s R&B. All right, so my whole goal with this video is to show you a real workflow of a real music producer. I've trained 1 million producers around the world. Some have gone to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Polo G, Trippie Redd, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Glorilla. Some have won platinum plaques. Some have gone to win Grammys. Okay, so I'm showing you a real perspective from our point of view. Okay, it's not, I don't see it as this thing that's just going to destroy everything. I see it as a companion. All right, so here we go. Here's the new output. So this gives me a country vibe a little bit. When I went down to Florida.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand on the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime.
I like what they did with the bass here.
But when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to care, I'm depressed, it's the end.
Oh, I put the wrong words again. It's supposed to be too late to stress. No, I put too late to care. Darn it, y'all. This is why I told you guys, check the lyrics. I'm going to put a hashtag check the lyrics on the video. Darn, we got to do it again. Well, hey, you learn by getting burned. So let's copy all these lyrics just in case. And let's copy that original prompt. Darn, I did it again. But that's why I should have generated one and listened to it before I just generated like 17 of them. Let's do it again. All right, so I'm giving you guys, again, a real world, like how you would actually use this in real life. Okay, this is not a super edited video because I want you guys to see all the stuff that actually happens. I'm not here to sell you. I'm not sponsored by them. They did not give me this for free. I paid my own money. You guys saw it in my live stream. I signed up on the live stream. I signed up to the Premier plan. All right, so what else did we do? We did emo rock. We did West Coast. We did West Coast G-Funk. Let's also do trap. There we go. Now, if the lyrics are messed up from here, I don't care because I want to get through these. So I like the guitar. It's like sad vibe, but not overly depressing.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our
I like the Reese bass.
Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my head.
I like how they did the vocal. They switched it up a little bit. That's what I love about this program, is it will take your melodic ideas, it will keep the DNA of it, but it will change something that's creative, but it won't mess it up. Like the way he's saying, wait,
yeah, we all bad.
It's like, where we all, like, that, yeah, we all bad, too many unanswered questions in my back. Like, I didn't do it that way, but that sounds cool. I never thought to do it that way.
Too many unanswered questions in my head, looking for the real.
So that's dope. That's why I love this program. It just gives you a whole, it's like seeing yourself in a mirror with all these different filters. You can see yourself beautified. You can see it in a horror mirror. You can see it with the black mirror. You can see it with the, I don't know, what other mirrors are there? Okay. The reversed mirror. Okay. You can just see yourself in so many mirrors and it's just fun. I'm gonna skip ahead on these just to.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind.
I like that one. I like this one.
At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late.
It's again. So that's what I mean. They add these little things that are just very cool. All right, here's the West Coast G-Funk in the case that you guys want to completely remix your song. Why does this already go? Why does this already go this hard? Why? Ask me why, or tell me why.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime.
This is fire.
But when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end.
No, this is
Yeah,
more.
we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'ma get it started. They don't
Just
want
start
no
it.
problems.
Why does this go this hard, y'all?
Apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yes, it's too late.
What the F? That's better than my original idea. This is what I mean. It's hard to articulate to somebody who hasn't used this software how it feels as a producer. I'm a real music producer. Like, I've been doing this for thousands and thousands of videos on YouTube. Okay? Trained some of the coolest people in the world. And this is still cool to me as somebody who teaches this. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's such a unique feeling because even if I gave this to somebody else, like a friend, it would take a week. I would lose my excitement for the song or whatever. I don't know, it'd just be different dealing with people. And not that people are taken out of the equation. I just think that this is a different way to understand music because you're looking at it in terms of iteration, not like specific little things. Oh, also, I meant to mention, let me pull up his video real quick. All right, I meant to shout out Lanewood Studios because he used a very unique term. So we call our Logic Pro, FL Studio, all that stuff, DAWs, Digital Audio Workstation. He used a different term called GAW, which I assume stands for Generative Audio Workstation. I thought that was genius. I don't know if he created that, but I thought that was genius of an idea. I just wanted to shout him out because I saw that title and I was like, that's a great way to think about Suno. That's how I think about it. It's in its whole lane. It's not trying to take everything over. I think this is going to give more people the ability to create the ideas in their actual head. Okay, I really think that. Let's see what else we have here. I really love this one though.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time.
He said, our time. He did a Ty Dolla $ign. Lifetime. Yeah, we need both of these on our record.
Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize.
Just apologize. Yo, this is doing things that I just, oh man, this is so satisfying. Oh man, now to the studio portion. The way I would do this is because I created the original idea, and what I'm doing is just handling the AI, remixes of my idea. I just want to blend these two songs because I love the first song, but I also love the second song, pieces of it. So in the Suno Studio, I'm basically just going to blend these two. We're not going to overly stem out the track and all this because I love the track for what it is. I don't want to remove anything. I don't want to edit anything. Like, I love everything about the tracks. I just want to blend the first track with the second track. And what we're going to do is click on the second track. I know the screen's a little small, so let me make some room here. We're going to click on this first track. This is the track that Suno used to, I guess, find the BPM. Now, the second track here, we need to click it and click over where it says tempo and go to original. That way it doesn't get what's called time stretched. Basically, it's kind of like if you have a small kid trying to wear like big shoes, you have to stuff stuff in the shoe to make it fit. Same thing here. That's what time stretch does. It just makes stuff fit stuff that it normally wouldn't fit. Okay, so let's go to the next iterations. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these drafts, but I really, really love those G-Funk ones. And what I'm going to do after this step is blend these two in Suno Studio. We're going to export these out to a DAW for mixing. So I'm going to mix it out in Logic Pro, mix it down in Logic Pro, and we're going to see what the results are. So this is just West Coast. I didn't say G-Funk, it just said West Coast. This is a vibe too. These are all vibes. Yo, why is it so vibey?
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime.
All right, so the music on that one's definitely not in the same key as the vocal.
And high demand on the...
So I'm going to skip that only for that purpose, but I do like the vibe though. Or we technically could drag this into Suno Studio. If you really wanted the beat or the vocals, you could just use stem extraction. Let me see if I could do stem extraction without dragging it into the studio. Yeah, I can. So for this, I do like the ideas it generated. It's just they're in two different keys. So we're going to click this drop down, go to get stems. And all I want is just the vocals separated from the beat. We don't need every single sound in the actual track. And then we could download this in wave form. Okay, so I'm just going to let this generate and we're going to download these. So what's also unique about Suno Studio is that it creates different versions of stems. You're not going to get this in a regular DAW. So I think they're going to the core of the actual audio and completely regenerating it. That's what I think. I could be completely wrong, or maybe it's just two different algorithms. But I've noticed this version button allows us to download different versions of the stems. So I don't know what the differences would be, especially when you have multiple stems, like what the differences would be. One day I'll sit there and analyze it, but today I'm not going to get caught up on this minutia. But I do want to show you guys that is a very big difference than our DAW type tools. All right, so that was cool. This has that like 2014 era vibe. Too late. That was a dope idea.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time.
This is
walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on.
Man, these are all good. That's the hardest part about Suno Studio is everything is good. And it's like, if everything is good, what do I actually pick? I assume this is what Dr. Dre went through. He has all the greatest musicians around him and they all do perfect takes. And it's like, which one do I pick to put on the final record? Like that becomes your struggle now. Like which take oh man, this is so good. Let's just keep, I just want to show people the different variations that we created. So here's the emo rock variation.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand.
So I like this one. I want to see what they did with the too late to apologize part. I just want to see what they did.
It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize.
Man, I'm just like here's a little tip too. There is something magical about when you type in your own lyrics into Suno and you hear them back. I don't know what it is. I assume this is what the creator of the universe gets pleasure in terms of like creating a universe. It's like, why would you create a universe if you're all being and all doing? It's like, it wants to see the feedback and the variations. And so when you see the feedback as what a reflection would see, it's like a whole different type of joy. I don't know how else to say it. Let's click at the end here. I just want to hear what the ending sounds like on this one. Shout out to God one time.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time.
Also too, I love making personas out of these.
At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to
At it again. What I love too is like if I do all these variations in different genres, sometimes you find a voiced style that you really like. You could save it as what's called a persona. So in the future, if I want that voice style, I could just go to my list of personas. Man, there's so many things you can extract from this tool. It's not just like the whole song. Sometimes you get the vocals. Sometimes you like the drums. Sometimes you. That's why Suno Studio is so important for these features here. Man, that's dope. Okay, let's play a couple trap ones and then I'll show you guys how to blend those two songs that we liked. It's a too late to apologize. Too late to apologize. Ooh-wee. Let's see.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again.
These are at it
Ready to turn back the
again.
hands of our lifetime.
Man, these are all freaking good. Here's the last one for trap. I'm gonna skip ahead though to the ending.
It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late.
Man, put it this way. It's kind of like, because people say, you're not putting in effort. It's like, bruh, it's like when you get around real business people and you all make money, you stop having the whole I make money flex. It's kind of like joining a room where everybody's ripped. You don't have to impress everybody with your big muscles. You know, it's just about, we already have the skills to make whatever we're seeing. Not that I know how to play guitar that well, but I know people who can. So it's like, that is not the thing that we're measuring. We're measuring the ideas and the variations in the ideas. That's what we're caring about. So let's go to the Suno studio here and let's go all the way back and figure out how to blend these two tracks. This is definitely the combination though. And we're gonna mix this in a DAW after this.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the main.
All right, let's find a part of the song where we can kind of split it into two.
It's just too late to apologize.
It's too late. Oh man, this is so fire, bro.
It's just too late to apologize.
Too late. Because my whole thing, the reason I did that too late to apologize part, that was kind of, my voice could not hit the Imogen Heap octave. So the fact that this AI did that same Imogen Heapish type of thing is exactly what I was trying to do on the record. I just couldn't do it with my own voice.
It's just too late to apologize.
Oh, this is so hard.
It's just
Let me
too
save
late
this.
to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yes.
Just like that.
Yes, it's too late.
Man, this is so freaking good. So it's so good that I don't want to like turn it off. So at the very end, what I love is Suno gave me this little tail of audio here that we can overlap the songs. And a good way to blend is simply grabbing the crossfade here and slowly bringing the volume. Even if you like, sometimes you don't even have to do that. It's just the fact that you're laying one to where the other one turns off. Like for example, we could just layer these perfectly as is. You don't need to fade them in. This is oh man, this is so good. I don't know how to I'm trying to transfer my excitement to you guys. I don't know if it's translating 100%, but man, the possibilities here. So what we need to do is export these as multi-tracks, and let's rename these tracks here so we know what's what. So I'm going to call this the JB because it reminds me of Justin Bieber, and I'll put Imogen Heap. And then I'll put track 1, and then we'll call this one track 2 so I know what's what. Not that, I mean, it's only 2 tracks. Okay, so it's not complicated. But we want to export and then go to multi-track. And what this will do is zip up these 2 audio files separately, but it will keep the same timing. So when you drag these into your DAW, you don't have to realign them with the grid. One thing you do need to take note of is the BPM. So we're at 70 BPM in the case that you add effects like delay or some kind of time-based effect, like some kind of beat breaker type of effect. I'm not going to like creatively distort this idea. I like it the way it is. I'm not going to go in and add all these glitches everywhere. All I want to do is mix this to sound more like a full record. So I'm going to let this export and then we're going to move into Logic Pro. All right, so now we're in Logic Pro. Let me make sure you guys can see the screen. Okay, cool. Let's switch sides though. Boom. And we have the multi-tracks. It only took a couple, like probably 30 seconds or less. Drag these into Logic or whatever your DAW is. We're going to create new tracks in this case. And I'm going to group these. So I'm going to highlight these and create what's called a track stack. So we can group these into one like master folder. So basically they're going to both go through this master, but I'm going to treat them differently. Okay. So let's loop up the first beat here, or the first idea. Now what I love is like, I gave it the original idea. I gave it the original melody. I gave it the lyrics. I gave it the whole song. It just did it in its own way. That's what I love about this process. All right, let's mix this. I'm not going to overly explain the mixing because this is not a mixing video, but I will show you guys how much human effort goes into this stuff. I don't want people thinking you just type in a prompt, get a song, upload. That's just, I mean, you could technically do it, but I'm showing you the love that a music producer has to really chisel an idea. Okay.
Turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yes, yes, it's too late. Turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yes, yes, it's too late. Turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. But it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problem.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I just got the chills. I do not get the chills when I mix my stuff. I just got the. I'm about to cry. I just got the chills just then. Whoa.
Turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Questions in my head, looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize.
Yeah, whoa, that made me emotional, y'all. It's so weird. I do not even get emotional around my own tracks. That's crazy. What the F? They have literally tapped into some otherworldly stuff. I'm telling you, some aliens came down somewhere, showed them the portal, gave them the keys. Let's mix the second half here. But holy moly, actually, like when people say like soul and doesn't have a feeling, I just felt that track. Like it's not, I think it's the message that's strong. Okay. So I felt that for real. Let's mix this one. So I love this one too. So I mean, might as well have them both.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime.
So this one has a punchier kick, so we can add more bass to this one. Alright, let's go.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late.
This one definitely has more density to it in terms of the sonics.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late.
Bruh, I feel like this is a real session. I'm forgetting that this is like Suno studio stuff. Holy freak, yo.
Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems. I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late.
Bruh, what is happening? Let me save this project, y'all. So as you guys can see, this is a multi-stage process. Let's hear what we have so far.
Too late to turn back the hands of our back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. Yes, yes, it's too late. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. In high demand, I'm the man, yeah, it's our time. Walking through sand, but it's heartbreak on my mind. At it again, yeah, I'm at it again. Too late to turn back the hands of our lifetime. Left me on red, but when is it the right time? At it again, my emotions are flatline. Too late to stress, I'm depressed, it's the end. Yeah, we all bad. Too many unanswered questions in my head. Looking for the real smoke. They don't want no problems, I'ma get it started. They don't want no problems. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late to apologize. It's just too late.
As you guys heard, it was a seamless transition from one track to the next. I had to even check myself. I'm like, wait, did we go to track 2? Seamless transition. Man, this is crazy. I have zero other words to say except this is magic. They've done something else otherworldly. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm just gonna end the video because that's crazy. Peace out, y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.